Hi, everyone. Diana Rankin here. So good to see you and our little Miss Piper sound asleep there behind us here. So good to see all of you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for your comments that we're going to see in a few minutes here. And happy New Year. May this be one of the best years of your life. What Phillip has to tell us about 2024 and January. I don't know that there are a lot of surprises. There may be a few surprises in here, but I want to get going. And I forgot to pull it out here. We will also get a message for the month from one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers by Phillip. And as many of you know, it is just a oracle book, and we will just open to any page and get our message. Well, hello, Johanna. She says, Happy New Year, Diana, and everyone. Happy New Year. So good to see everyone. And for those of you who have asked about my health, after 4 years, I finally managed to catch COVID, and I am doing well. I don't have my mojo back, but I'm getting it back. So doing well, and I have my voice mostly back. It gets a little rough a couple of times, but mostly it's back, and I'm doing really well. Thanks to all of you who sent so much healing energy, and my family and my friends who checked on me every day, and just everybody. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see. Well, hello, Juliet. She says, Happy New Year. And Sandra says, Blessings for the New Year from Frankfurt. Oh, it's always good to know where everyone's from. Thank you. Glad to see you. Thank you, Juliet. I know it's from Ohio. And Sandra from Frankfurt. And Judy says, Made it. Hello to everyone. So exciting to see all of you. By the way, tonight is our Sacred Circle via Zoom. If you are interested, there is a slight fee. It's $20. And we have people coming on. It's a small group. We keep it small, but we have people coming on from around the country and around the world. And you will get a psychic message from Phillip, my spirit guide. You can ask anything you want, but we're going to concentrate on January. We're going to concentrate on what's coming up for all of us for this year. And so I do want to get going here and tell you what Phillip has to say for all of us. Excuse me. This will be a time of great turmoil and change. I don't think that surprises any of us there, does it? It is a time for those who choose to make major changes in their lives. This energy of change is already upon you, and you will become stronger as you move deeper into January. You know, I have seen so many of my clients in transformation into a higher spiritual realm, not just transition, but that full transformation into bringing in more love in our lives, and that's affecting the world. However, that doesn't make the world easy right now. Phillip goes on to say the Hamas-Israeli war will continue and escalate. This is as Russia wanted, as it distracts from their war with Ukraine and Russia's plan to invade more countries. Evidence of this will come out most likely by March, but could be as soon as January. This is not to say they will invade. They do not have the resources to do so at this time. It is to say evidence of the plan to reunite the former Soviet Union will come to light. This is the dream of the current Russian president, but he will not live to see it take place, nor will it take place. Once Putin has left the Earth's realm, the plan will be scrapped. In January, the whispering of an agreement between Russia and China will become public knowledge. This will cause alarm around the world and affect the U.S. elections and coming elections. The turmoil of the U.S. elections will be felt in January and increase as the year continues. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone, is it? This energy will cause riots in the street later in the year. The current Republican frontrunner will not be elected president. The current Republican frontrunner will not be elected president. The current Republican frontrunner, by the way, is Donald Trump. And Phillip is saying he will not be elected president again. Never should have been in the first place, but that's another story. Phillip goes on to say, January weather will be erratic, with temperatures usually warm one day and usually cold the next. Scientists will discover an unusual wave in the atmosphere that causes concern only because of its unknown qualities. However, there is nothing for humans to be concerned about here. I don't know what an unknown wave means, but we'll find out maybe. As we stated earlier, this month, the strong energy will aid those who wish to make changes in their lives. It would be wise to take a step or two toward the desired changes. The world is at a tipping point. January is a decisive month. You must decide whether to follow the fear and anger or rise above and create harmony in your heart. What you decide in January will set the tone for your year. This is not to say once decided, all will be easy. You will need to decide again and again. It is to say that you must make the commitment in January to do your best to live in the energy of love. If unable to make the commitment, it will be made for you. This month, you will be challenged often. You will witness that which will anger you, that which sickens you, that which frightens you. How you deal with each emotion in each situation is the hallmark of your year and will imprint the rest of your life. That's a little scary. But what Phillip is saying is, let's keep choosing love over fear. Not easy, and we have to do it again and again. But what he's saying is, in January, if we make that commitment that I'm going to choose love over fear, then we will have those opportunities to keep choosing love over fear. That doesn't mean, I want to make it very clear. That's not Pollyannish. That's not being lovey-dovey. That is saying love is a powerful force. And instead of getting angry at this, or I'm going to get angry at you and then just get it over with, and then I'm going to really look at the deeper picture here. What does this have to do about me? What is this telling me about my life and how I can make my life happier, how I can make my life better? And in doing that, I'm making the whole world better, because what I decide for my life is what does affect the whole world. Phillip goes on to say, this month of January is significant in individual lives and in the collective whole. What takes place this month will affect the future in significant ways for the individuals, for countries, and for the world. We suggest you make a commitment to do your best to choose love over fear. Do not chide yourself when you fall into fear, anger, impatience. Simply recognize the emotion and make the choice to decide differently. This is the way of healing for the individual and for the world. This is the month to make the choice and the commitment to heal one's life, thus healing the world through allowing the spirit self, which is pure love, to live through the human self. I can't express strongly enough how powerful those last few paragraphs feel to me. That no matter what happens in the world, no matter how horrific the things are going in the world, that we have to keep choosing that sense of love, that power of love, because that's the only thing that's going to heal the world. And it starts within our own lives, within our own hearts. So Phillip is saying, I'm going to read those last few paragraphs. This month of January is significant in individual lives and in the collective whole. What takes place this month will affect the future in significant ways for the individuals, for countries, and for the world. We suggest you make a commitment to do your best to choose love over fear. Do not chide yourself when you fall into fear, anger, and impatience. Simply recognize the emotion and make the choice to decide differently. This is the way of healing for the individual and for the world. This is a month to make the choice and the commitment to heal one's life, thus healing the world through allowing the spirit self, which is pure love, to live through the human self. I remind everyone, love is an action verb. And I don't think what Phillip is saying is we have to live in love all the time. He's saying it's there. Make the commitment to do our best to live in love all the time. So when that driver cuts us off, instead of using finger language, that's when we stop and catch our anger. When we're talking to a customer service rep, that's when we stop and catch our impatience. When Mercury is in retrograde and communication is more difficult, that's when we catch our frustration. And we recognize, hey, you know what? I'm frustrated. I'm angry. This war over here is hurting my heart. Just recognize those feelings. And then, very simply, we can say a prayer of love. We can ask whatever God we believe in for healing, whether it's our bodies or our emotions. What we want to do is change our world so the wars stop. And we have to do that, each of us, by stopping the wars in our own hearts. That's our message, my friends. Now let's get our soul message, shall we, from Phillip for the month and who knows, maybe for the year. I heard right. If you heard right, we're just in sync. If you heard left, that's a message you need to pay attention to. So this is page 361. This is for all of us. The wisest counselor is within you. The wisest counselor is within you. I remind you, we are spirit having a human experience. The wisest counselor is within you. If you heard left, page 360, you cannot have a better experience until you first have the idea of a better experience. You cannot have a better experience until you first have the idea of a better experience. My friends, I turned 78 in 2000, in November 11th, 2023. I am blown away that it's 2024. And that old adage that life goes fast is so true. Enjoy it, my friends. Laugh, love, have fun. Go do the things that give you pleasure, because that's what gives the world pleasure. When we're happy, we're adding that energy to the world. Thank you for the energy of love that you give to us, and thank you for the energy of love that you receive from us. Juliet says, despite the predictions of difficulties, I can tell you what a relief this is. All right. Interesting. Thank you, Juliet. Glad to hear that. Thank you all for joining us today, those of you that could. Thank you for those who leave the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you, each and every one of you, for your comments. Join us every Friday at 1 o'clock or take a look at the video later. We answer questions that you've sent to us by snail mail. Well, I don't think anyone sends snail mail for the questions, but you can put them in the comments below or you can send them by email to me. Thank you. I love you, my friends. Bless you all. Until next Friday, have a great week and a great month and a great 2024. Happy New Year.